They say EVs are the future, and what better way to understand them than living with them for a while? We had the Citroën eC3 with us for close to 1000 kilometers, and after spending about a month, this is what we know. The EC3 may sit in the budget end of the EV segment, but it doesn't come cheap when you talk about pricing. Compared to its rivals, which include the MG Comet EV and the Tata Tiago EV, it does command a premium of a few lakhs. But does it justify this price tag? We tell you what is good and what's not. Before we begin, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and to stay updated with all things automotive in the Indian market, don't forget to hit that bell icon. The EC3 gets height adjustment, and finding a comfortable place is rather easy. You also have space to move around, although on long runs the seat base could use a little more cushioning. Storage spaces in this car are plenty too. You can store 1 liter bottles in the center console, in the doors, and you get an additional dedicated slot to keep your phone. On the other side, there is another cubby hole which you can use to keep knickknacks like your wallet, charger, and so on. Apart from the single USB Type-A port at the front, the car features 2 additional units for the rear occupants, something that most OEMs miss out on these days. Yes, they might bring along Type-C ports, but at least one Type-A port wouldn't harm anyone, irrespective of the placement. Meanwhile, folks with Type-C charging cables will have to rely on an adapter or, as a worst-case scenario, a power bank. And that's not the only retro aspect here. In the era of keyless entry and sensors, you have to manually use the key to lock and unlock the door. Coming back to the driving bit, being an EV, this has a lot of torque right from the word go, and this resulted in quite a few wheel spins when we started off, and this had the child in me giggling in excitement. The pickup too is progressive, and it builds up speed at a swift pace all the way up until it reaches triple-digit figures. The peppy nature being an EV results in the EC3 being a breeze for intracity runs. In fact, my daily commute of 50 kilometers saw me reaching a tad bit faster than usual. This was courtesy of the instantaneous torque that allowed me to sprint ahead of even the larger premium SUVs and the smaller two-wheelers and autos that dodged them every now and then. It didn't need to necessarily beat them in numbers or in a straight line, just the fact that it pulled us ahead in traffic at regular intervals saw me coming back home slightly earlier than usual, and at times just at the right timing to enjoy the sunset as we commuted over a creek. The suspension is set up marginally on the firm side, so much that you could go into small corners without getting nervous, but not so much that you'd feel the potholes and undulations in city speed. While the suspension might be busy at work, it doesn't make itself audible or pass on the jolts to its occupants. Where it does shine at the same time is the control body roll, thus giving you the confidence if you ever feel spirited during a solo drive. The EC3 gets a 29.2 kWh battery pack paired with a single electric motor, and this is the largest amongst its rivals. This motor produces 56 bhp and 143 Nm of torque. The company claims a range of 246 km in a single charge according to the MIDC cycle, but our real-world test confirmed a range of just under 219 km, a difference of approximately 11%, which in our opinion is commendable. I am also happy to report that the range it does return in real life is very much on the reliable side. While the range anxiety did kick in, just as it would while driving any other EV at first, this tendency made its exit at a quick pace as I spent more time with the car. The fact that the distance to empty gauge was accurate further cemented my confidence in pottering around the city without having to worry about the need of a charger nearby. In our short stint with the EC3, we managed to use a regular AC charger that juiced up the battery from 20 to 80% in 8 hours. Citroen claims that with the help of a DC fast charger, the battery can be replenished from 10 to 80% in a mere 57 minutes, a claim that does seem to be believable in our opinion. The French have a thing for quirky designs, and the EC3 here is no different. The design is quite in your face, and most people will have a like it or hate it approach. Citroën has moved away from the traditional gear lever tool and instead offers a toggle type system, which in our opinion is a tasteful addition and invokes a premium feel in the sea of sticks offered with automatics. Let us now address the elephant in the room, which is the feature set. The EC3 isn't bare bones per se because it does get features such as a 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system, reverse parking camera, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, as well as 15-inch alloy wheels. At the same time, it misses out on a lot of comfort and convenience in the form of automatic climate control TPMS, LED headlamps and tail lights, leatherette seats, electric parking brake and auto folding ORVMs. There are two other aspects that the EC3 lacks, the first one being the safety. The model scored a 0-star rating in the global NCAP crash test. Yes, the India spec Comet or the Tiago EV have not been tested either, so our views on that will be reserved for now. The second miss has to be the share of updates that the petrol-powered C3 received as a part of the model year 24 update. A few highlights from this include 6 airbags, auto-folding ORVMs, automatic climate control, LED headlights, and a new panel for the AC controls. The EC3 is priced from 12.9 lakh rupees going all the way up to 13.5 lakh rupees based on your choices, which include the options of a vibe pack or dual tone colors. This table gives you an idea of the price difference between the EC3, the Comet EV and the Tiago EV. This car here commands a premium of 3.72 lakh and 2.36 lakh over the MG and Tata offerings respectively. Does the EC3 then make up for the premium it charges by offering an impressive ride quality and anxiety-free real-world range? Would you be okay living with fewer features, in turn getting a better powertrain? Do let us know in the comments.